Instant coffee. No time for fresh coffee. Happy New Year to you all. It's been a minute, but anyway, we're back, and I hope you all had a great start to the new year. Mine's been a bit rough, but there's just various things going on outside of life with bikes. Now, got Werner here, but I've been actually working on hands, and changing the front headlight unit has been more of a chore than I thought it would have been, because you have to take everything off, and I mean everything. I'll show you now. See what I mean? Taking everything off. And I'm just about to take the actual main unit off. I just need to take the mudguard off, and then I can undo the forks, take the forks off, and then this pops off. And then I can put the replacement one on. But I do need to respray it first, so give me a sec. And yes, I do have a microphone. Like I'm doing interviews, because how do you feel about this, Hans? No words. No words. Yeah, 3D printed some handles for the little DJI mic. Why, you ask? Well, Florin and I are going to be doing some podcasting. Kind of. We've got some Cardo headsets, which I'm going to install. I'll maybe show you how to do that. We'll put that in part of another vlog. And then we're going to have some sit-downs in his new workshop. Shed, bike thing, that thing, yeah. Okay, well, my lunch break went really, really quickly, and the temperature dropped to about 6 degrees. So I ran inside fairly quickly after about half an hour of doing more on hands here. But I managed to get the rest off with some great difficulty. So this thing here was a right pain to get off. And the actual forks, if you've never taken this off a Royal Enfield Bullet, thread into the top there, which that wasn't an issue. I have this lovely big Allen key. Hi, Allen. And that Allen key was when I actually originally took the forks off, because the seals needed replacing. Another thing that needed doing at the time when I brought him back to life. Not restored, brought him back to life. So that came in handy, because some videos I've seen where they're like using these mole grippers on the actual fork legs. Was not for me. So here's the forks. And my plan is, I'm going to paint these black and leave the gaiters. Here's the second-hand new headlight surround binnacle thing. I still don't know what the actual name of that is. Do you know? Let me know, because it's been bugging me. I found so many different names for it. I don't know what the name is. What's the name of this? Then here's the brake caliper and brake. I've kind of just cable tied it up to keep it upright and hopefully not leak or anything. Not that it should. And here's the mudguard, front wheel, and hands. So this needed a bit of work as well. Had little chips. Again, it wasn't brand new. So had a few little unsightly patches. So I've sanded those down, and I'm going to give it a good little sand with some wet and dry all over. And then I can respray this. Hopefully I'll have more luck than when I did the side covers, because this is what happened to the side covers. They may look nice and black, so I don't know if you can pick them up on the camera, but they've got these lovely little waves, almost like cracking. So I need to resand all that down. I feel that was probably my fault. I think I didn't clean them enough after I'd sanded them down. And then it is a bit dusty in here on occasions, especially when I've been using the cutting saw, mitre saw, tools. So yeah, give them a light sand, again, for the third time. Sand that, and then I'm going to repaint it. Now I'm going to use the same primer for the gloss paint that I chose previously, because gloss paint as well that I used previously was fine, but I think it interacted with the primer I'd used from another brand. So I'm using this. So the primer and this brand. Again, the gloss paint was pretty good. It just went weird, but I think it interacted with the primer. So same manufacturer, same company, you know, primer. Give that a go. Then gloss paint it, clean it as much as I can. And fingers crossed that's that. Because then once it's painted, I can put it all back together. Yeah. And I have actually dedicated a couple of days for this. And when I say dedicated, I've actually taken 2 days off work and 2 full days, minus maybe a little bit of having to take the dogs for a walk, but 2 full days of putting this guy back together because I want him ready for February. That's my goal, that's my aim. February, he's going to be fully running and I can take him to the MOT station, depending on the weather, but you know, ready, going. I also have some other parts. That's Werner's side backlight. These are the actual pannier racks which came with the bullet, which I removed, and as you can see, not that nice. So I'm going to sand these down, give them a repaint, and then stick them on. And then, wrong side. Give me a sec. And then I'm going to stick them on here. Maybe. Everything's maybe at the moment. Again, he's got the bobber seat. Do we need the panniers? Do we need pannier X? Have you got pannier X on your bullet? Do you use them? Oh, and I fitted the Cardo headset, the Edge. So this is on my helmet. I fitted the other one on Florin's helmet. And I've set it up with the mic inside, somewhere up there. And see how that sounds compared to having the DJI mic in. But also, because we're paired, we can talk to each other. And again, we've set up another YouTube channel, which I'll link, but there's nothing on it at the moment, for our little joint adventure. I'll cross-share things anyway. That's the plan for 2026. Amongst other things, lots of other things. Lots of other things. Right, let's do a little test. So this is the DJI mic that you can hear me on right now. I'm going to put it in the helmet, just because it creates a muffled thing, and then try the Cardo headset and the mic itself, which I'll record on my phone and then I'll upload next to this. Oh, technology. Okay, well this is just for the DJI mic in my AGV helmet. Obviously no wind noise, etc. But this is what it sounds like. Hopefully it sounds okay, because it's the settings I've been using a while. Although I might have the gain a bit high at the moment. Anyway, and this is what the Cardo one will sound like. One moment, please. And this is the recording from the Cardo app. From the microphone from Cardo, through the headset, through Bluetooth, on the phone. So we'll see if there's any difference. Here's my hat. There it is. So, that's what's going to be happening in the next couple of days, and I promise you, hands will be built. Like I said, I've taken a couple of days off just to focus on putting them back together, getting all the paint sorted. I'm going to do some prep beforehand so the paint's all hardened and done before, and then I'm going to record that a little bit, hopefully. Again, it takes so much longer to do the things when you're recording the things, but I'll try and keep as much updated as possible. And I've also received all the stuff I need to do to give Werner, the W800, his service. So we have spark plugs, new oil filter, and the ring, air filters, it's got 2, and the oil. And then I need to go take him to an MOT. I do need to do all the MOT checks though, so maybe I'll follow that up. And unfortunately, his MOT is probably going to expire before I can renew it, because it's due in about 10 days. And again, by the time this all comes out, and you'll see, it would have probably passed that 10 days, because we're also going away for a brief flight to Barcelona to see some friends who've recently moved there. Yeah, so that should be good. I'll take you along so you can see Barcelona from my viewpoint. For like the 3 days we're there. It is a flying trip, quite literally. So that's what we've got going on. Hands is definitely getting done. Cardo's set up for my helmet and Florin's helmet for when the weather improves and we do some rides. The W800 is going to get service. I'll record that. Some of you like seeing that. Might help some of you who've never done it before, but honestly, it really isn't that difficult. If you've got a manual, which I do, so I'll do that, and then you can follow me for a knockoff version of the Wurks, with Joe and Emily. This would be the knockoff version, the Temu version. Yeah. But on that note, thank you everyone who's so far subscribed. All those who have mentioned me in their videos. Mr. Tame, thanks again. Tommy, I know you haven't brought out some videos recently, so I hope everything is well with you. It'd be great to meet up in the new year. And there's just a number of other channels that have been great this year, and I've enjoyed watching. Again, the Bristol Thunderbird, the Bullet Wanderer. I know you've been a little bit quiet, but hey, we all have lives outside of YouTube, unless we can do this full time. I mean, that is the goal. Why would I not want to do this full time? Anyway, on that note, ciao for now.